Buying a home? Don't panic. Just listen to the rest of this podcast. All right, everybody. Today's show is about hardwood flooring, and I'm here with Emil Kapanadze.
Yep, you got it right.
Did I get it right?
Yep, didn't butcher it.
Well, anyway, I got a little backstory on me and Emil. Emil used to be one of my jiu-jitsu students. What was that, 13 years ago?
12, 13 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so, and we recently ran into each other at the Muay Thai Academy because we're both still at it.
Amazing.
Did you just get started again, or did you take a break, or you've been doing it?
No, I haven't done anything maybe in the last 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
just a little bit of running, a little bit of nothing serious. Nothing serious at all.
Yeah, well,
like,
it's
I need to
really,
get back.
yeah, it's really great to see you, man.
Yeah,
it was really great to see you when I saw you at class. I was like, wow. It's and we shared an old photo of us, you and I.
That was great.
At the tournament.
Yeah.
At the tournament. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's when you told me what was going on, I remember back then that you worked in the flooring business with your dad.
I was just starting out.
Yeah, you just like doing what, grunt work?
Opening boxes, taking out the planks, inspecting them for the most part, ripping up carpet. No power tools, basically. nothing fun.
Dad didn't trust you with power tools yet. Okay, that's funny.
He's very careful. He's very careful and stuff, and he didn't just want to just throw me, and
yeah, he taught you well.
Yeah.
So he taught you actually how to install flooring, right?
From the beginning to the end.
Okay, so that's great. So that is one hell of a story. And I'm really proud of you for the fact that you stuck with your dad and your dad's business this whole time. That's awesome.
I wasn't going anywhere.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I know other people have tried doing that with their kids, and it just doesn't work out. And
it's tough,
and they're disappointed. Yeah, it's a family member.
It's tough to work with.
You're like, you got to live with them. You got to talk to them all the time. And
it's not even that, because my dad's very confident. It was the way we see things. I want to get it done this way, and he's like, let's get it done this way, for example. And
but you both have the same purpose.
Correct.
The end goal is the same. You just both have a different way of getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But
we made it work.
That's just like human nature.
Right.
I can say, hey, I want to go to the bar, but I'm taking this street. And you're like, no, I'm going this way. I'm going, but we'll go. Both gonna have that beer.
100%.
So
it worked out.
Yeah. So the name of your company is EKO Flooring.
EKO Flooring. EKO Flooring.
EKO. Okay.
Yeah, it's EKO Flooring.
I should have asked that before I forgot.
Well, basically, it's the initials of my dad's name, Eliko.
Okay.
EKO. And at the same time, we do say that we echo because, with the glues that we use is 100% green, for example, which is really important, first of all, when you're doing hardwood flooring.
Right.
And, the products that we do sell, they're all for the most part green. And we're trying to get it as green as possible.
Interesting. I wasn't aware of that. So that's a surprise to me. That's a good topic. So tell me more about what makes flooring green. I'd have to ask. That would be my first question. What makes flooring materials green?
The glues that they use.
Okay.
So, for example, if we're going off engineered hardwood, it's a construction of two different woods.
Right.
The top is a white oak, for example. The bottom is going to be a different core. In this end, let's say birch or pine.
Right.
So, but they have to put it together.
Sure.
And then they glue it. So a big question comes into what kind of glue do they use at these manufacturers,
right?
To build these planks, basically.
Right.
The second thing is what kind of glue are you using to glue down these planks on your subfloor?
I see.
You can get this cheap glue that's going to be
Elmer's glue,
whatever, right? And sometimes you got to pay a little bit more to get the green stuff, the zero VOC,
right?
And,
So that brings up a good topic right there. So which floors need a glue going down to a subfloor?
Engineered hardwood.
Engineered hardwood.
Engineered hardwood.
Okay.
Which is really popular nowadays here on the West Coast. About, I want to say 90% of our hardwood installations are engineered hardwood.
Okay.
10% is solid.
All right. Can you explain to the listeners what engineered means?
Of course. So, let's go back to the solid part first, because what it was solid planks. Back in the day, everyone installed, that's what it was. There, the 2 inches, 3 inches.
Yeah, look down. I got some of that on my floor right here.
There we go. That's the one. That's the one. So the ones you see in the old school homes nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So that is solid plank, meaning the whole construction of it is solid. In your case, it looks like a Might be a white oak or a red oak. I don't know.
Right.
But, so we're going with either or. Back again, the whole thing is a solid piece. They couldn't get the wider planks. So we're stuck with this 2-3 inches.
Right.
So, and they wanted to make a new construction of it. So you could get the 7 inches, 9 inches wide planks.
Right.
So what they do now is the engineered hardwood. It's still a hardwood. You have the top layer that's going to be your white oak, for example. But the bottom now is going to be a different wood. A much cheaper wood, for example, like a birch or a pine.
Okay.
And the way they build them now, put them together, craft them, is that you're able to get these widths.
I see. So the engineered it gives them the ability to make it a wider plank.
Correct.
I see. That's good. That's good. I'm learning stuff today. I love it.
A wider plank, not just that, the construction of it. The solid planks, the solid hardwood that you have on your floor tends to have a lot of problems.
Right.
The whole thing is a solid piece. You need to acclimate it correctly. It means you have to bring in that material in your home and leave it for about 2 weeks. The correct way.
Right.
How many contractors want to wait that long? They want to get in and knock it out.
They're going to pull it out of the truck and start laying it.
Exactly.
Right. Now, does that go for every type of flooring, acclimation?
No. So in the engineered hardwood, 2-3 days.
Okay.
You need 2-3 days to acclimate it correctly. Make sure you have a good moisture barrier if you're working with a concrete foundation.
Yes, that's a good point right there.
Very important. It's very important.
Moisture barrier is only required if there's a slab foundation.
Yeah.
Concrete.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So if you're just putting it over a raised crawl space with the wood floor, wood framing, you don't have to worry about that.
No. Not with the engineered hardwood.
Right. And that's I recently did my bathroom and I put this stuff in there right here.
Yeah. Great.
And this
Luxury
is
vinyl.
Luxury vinyl. So it's got the cork on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I when I first bought it, they didn't mention anything about a vape barrier,
right?
The barrier for underneath. And I had to go back a couple different times to get different stuff. So I said, "Hey, by the way, do I have to?" He goes, "No, only if it's concrete." So he gave me good information. Yeah, the guy gave me good information.
Yeah, sometimes you run into those good guys.
Yeah, every once in a while, right? And it's not like going to Home Depot and it's on aisle 18, and it's not there. So, a lot of questions for you today.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, what is? Okay, you explained the engineered.
Yes, very popular nowadays.
That's the very popular one. Yeah, engineered. And what's the price range on like per square foot? Is that how it goes per square foot?
It goes per square foot.
Yeah.
Roughly, again, I brought you more of the nicer stuff, for you to show you, of course. So this material, for example, made in Spain, roughly $9 a square foot.
Wow.
Yes. That is more on the higher end.
And that looks really thick. What's that, a 1/2 inch?
5/8.
5/8.
So most of the engineered hardwoods nowadays is 5/8.
Wow.
You'll have some that are 3/4, but mostly are made to be 5/8. It's a good size.
That's real. 5/8 is really thick. That's like that's a really thick piece of drywall, for example.
Yeah,
that's
so it must
plywood?
be glued down. It must be glued down. You can't get away with nails, or you're going to be hearing squeaks as soon as the installation is done.
Wow. As a home inspector, I get questioned every day. John, what type of floor do I have? Well, there's no labels on the side we're standing on, so I can't really answer that any better. It looks like it might be engineered. It looks like it might be a cheap laminate, or it's a plank vinyl. Plank vinyl, I can tell.
Yeah. It's,
I'm a fan of plank vinyl because when I see it installed right,
it looks
fantastic.
Nice. It looks beautiful.
And that's why I put it in my bathroom. It's great for wet areas.
It is.
That's what it's ideal for.
That is the number one when customers come in, for example, to our showroom and they say, I need floors that are going to be, waterproof.
Yeah, I got 3 kids and they like to make a mess.
Yeah, I have kids, I have a dog. Whatever. Luxury vinyl.
Easy to clean.
I actually have luxury vinyl in my home.
Good. Yeah, right on. Yeah, someday I'll put this in a house. That's nice.
It's beautiful.
Almost $10 a square foot. Woo!
For that, for example, is this these planks right here? You're looking somewhere in between 7 to 8. Again, it's going to matter on the square foot. Again, what I was trying to say.
Right.
A bedroom that's 300, 400 square foot. That's the price. When you get into the 1,000, 2,000 square foot, there's things that the vendors, for example, do. They understand it's a bigger size. Right. The square foot But roughly, you're looking at 7, 8, 9 for something nice, made in Italy, made in Spain.
Okay.
Once we start going to different wear layers,
Right.
meaning that you're getting just a tiny little veneer on top, and the rest is just core, birch, pine.
Yeah.
Then you can get floors for $5-6.
Okay, now here's another question customers always have for me. Can I refinish these floors?
If they have enough wear layer. 100%.
So you're saying if you had this engineered installed,
yes,
there's a possibility you can sand it.
For sure.
Oh, really?
100%.
Okay. That's a good answer. I'll be happy to tell them that.
But here's the funny thing. Nobody resands these floors.
So what?
They
just last.
They last. Realistically, if you want to resand them in 5-6 years, you could.
Okay.
But what people do nowadays, they just rip them out and they'll just put in new ones. The only time we resand floors is the old school ones, the ones that you have on your floor.
Interesting.
That is the only time.
Right.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know why. It's all mentally.
Huh. Now, how is this construction adhesive that holds these down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Those are a couple of the most popular questions I get.
Yeah.
What kind of floor is it? I'm like, well, did you guys see any boxes in the garage? I can tell you. Otherwise, I'm just guessing.
You're going to have to guess by the size. So if you see those 2-3 inches boards, solid.
So yeah, solid hardwood.
100%.
Yeah, if they were pointing at that, I'd be like, oh, it's a real hardwood floor. Yeah.
Once you see something more wider than 5 inches, it's most likely engineered.
Engineered. Now, do you guys consider the plank engineered as well? The plank vinyl, is that also considered engineered?
No,
No,
it's not an engineered hardwood.
No,
but like an engineered construction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not a hardwood. That's what sometimes people get confused because it does look like hardwood. Sometimes they think that it looks like hardwood. No, it's a different construction. It's different material.
And it comes in different thicknesses. So this one here's got a decent thickness to it.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy too. So.
But I think there was some thicker ones I saw. I bought this stuff at Floor and Decor. Sorry, I didn't know you had a flooring store. Oh no,
not the Floor Decor. No, Floor Decor is great. Of course.
They had what I needed, and it just worked.
It looks good.
I hadn't done a floor in I can't remember how long.
Right.
And I'm like, where do I go? And the tile guy was like, check out Floor and Decor. You got to get your tile over there anyway. So I was like, all right. So I just bought
it. No, it's no worries. It looks good.
Yeah.
So yes, they do come in different thicknesses. You have your thinner ones. They go by numbers. For example, like the 5 mil, 6 mil, 8 mil.
Correct. And one of the most annoying floors I can't stand is that cheap laminate, where it sounds like you're in a tap dancing school.
Yes.
When you walk across it.
Nobody's doing that anymore. Nobody's doing
No,
laminate.
people are still doing it. I go to some houses and it's still there.
Oh no, they probably still have it installed. But in the last year, I'll tell you, we had not had a laminate sale. Believe it or not, not one laminate sale, not one laminate installation.
Because this stuff is just too good.
It's
This looks totally high end. I mean, I've seen this stuff. I do a lot of very expensive houses. So when I'm expecting, I do multi-million-dollar homes quite often, and I do see this stuff.
Oh, of course.
And it is impressive.
If you can get the higher end vinyl, it's beautiful. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to have this stuff in my house someday. You never know. Might be calling you for that.
Yeah, definitely, but it's definitely pricey once you start looking at the.
If I do that, I'm never doing it again.
Oh no, and that's the thing. So when people are buying these floors, they're not resanding them anymore. You're gonna lose all the grains in it.
Yeah,
you're not gonna have the same product. Really,
and I like the color. It's not too. I'm not into dark colors for floors.
Yeah,
I just never liked the dark floor.
They're not even popular nowadays.
I just don't like them. Putting this in, or even this one's not too bad.
This one I brought you.
That one, that one's too dark for me. That one there.
Yeah, I brought this sample. I wanted to show you the differences between also the price wise.
Yeah.
Of why something is more.
Yeah. Explain that. Yeah.
So for example, let me go to the nicer stuff, of course. So this sample right here is one of the most popular colors that's being installed nowadays.
That is a nice color.
Believe it or not, this color right here.
I like it. I would use that. And what exactly is this? A veneer on top, correct?
Yes, there's engineered hardwood. You could see the veneer on top.
Yep.
You could see the core.
Yep.
Glue down installation. So you see,
it's gonna take a lot to damage this floor. That is thick.
It's thick. You know, realistically, to be completely honest, you'll get scratches here or there, but
Sure.
it's how you take care of your floors. One of the first questions I asked, you know, do you wear shoes in the house?
Right.
Do you have a dog? What do you clean with? Blah, blah, blah. There's a few things you can do to really take care of your floors, but.
Right. Flooring is similar to a wall paint color. And let me explain that. So the darker you go with your floor, the more blemishes you're going to see.
Correct.
The darker you go with your paint, the more blemishes you're going to see.
Right.
If you have a really shitty drywaller doing your work, he's going to suggest you paint it black. I mean white. I'm sorry, white.
Right. I know you.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot to be said to that. So this is one of those things that this is not going to show unless it was a deep, deep gouge.
Right.
So fine scratches like a woman's heels, dog's nails, cats.
Heels
whatever.
wouldn't really scratch this. The dog's nails. How big of a dog? How often does it get groomed?
No,
there's little things come into play.
Then that's adorable. Then that's good.
So this is one of the nice colors and products. So you see how also what I was trying to get to. You see how it's more clean.
Yeah,
so it's more clean product. You have your little knots here and there, but for the most part, it's nice clean boards.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
sometimes you're paying for that. Here's another popular color. The same company, same thing. You can see how it's more uniform. Show the viewers. You see how it's more uniform. You don't really see the nasty fillers and whatnot with the product.
Right.
Now, this is what you're paying for roughly $9 a square foot for. Here's something in the $7 range. You're going to get these big fillers here and there. They're natural.
Yeah, some people like that.
Yeah, some people do like that.
It fits in some decors.
But sometimes people don't understand that. They'll see a sample of a hardwood and, they'll 2-3 planks in there and it looks kind of clean. And you're like, oh, wow, I'm going to be getting these clean floors. And then you get the whole product and you get all these knots. And you're like, whoa, what's going on?
They open the box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really explain this to the customers. Like, what's the difference price? Not just because this was made in Vietnam and this was made in Spain. You're getting different kind of quality material.
Right.
Boards itself once you actually open up the whole thing.
Got it. And over here you have, is that the
underlayments?
Underlayments.
Cork and rubber.
Yeah. Okay, so when you're ready, we'll go over that too.
Yeah, of course.
So these right here, we talked about these already.
Luxury vinyl.
Luxury vinyl.
And this is your laminate.
Got it.
Nobody really.
I'm guessing that you have to do this presentation every time somebody walks in the front door of your showroom, right?
So I get different kind of I get different kind of customers. Sometimes they come in, they know what they want. I'm looking for engineered hardwood, at least 9 inches wide. And
I want the discount.
And I want the best aggressive price that you can give me right now today. So I hear that all the time. Sometimes they come in and they're like, I need flooring. And I'm like, oh, great. So what are you looking for? Engineered hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate. Can you explain that to me? Sure thing. And that's when I go into my little presentation here. And then they're like, yeah, after, I give them the presentation. Yeah, I think vinyl is more for us. So, okay, follow me. Let me show you the vinyl.
Must have been somebody from Burbank.
So
I'm just joking. I live in Burbank. It's all good. So no, that's cool. That's good information. Really good information. So plank vinyl, like I said, wet areas, fantastic. Here's something I do come across once in a while.
Tell me.
And that is an outdoor patio.
Okay.
I see actual indoor floor tile on an outdoor patio.
No, you don't.
I do.
Oh my God.
And it's real easy to overlook. It's really easy.
You're talking about actually engineered hardwood?
No, I'm talking about like a tile or some kind of I have seen.
You've seen engineered hardwood?
I have seen a wood, I'll call it a wood-looking floor on the outdoor patio.
Scary.
Now, my concern is when it gets wet, it's slippery.
Okay.
So, because I got to report safety hazards. Yes. So I see these outdoor patios with these floorings that do not look like they're approved for outdoors. So, do you guys carry anything like that for like an outdoor patio?
No.
Okay, you only do interiors.
All interior.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just want to see if you had any info on that. All right, and then so like you said, the best selling, most popular is the engineered.
Engineered hardwood, I would say, yes.
And then second would be what, the vinyl?
I'll go luxury vinyl. Yeah,
luxury. Now, why is it called luxury? Because it's thicker than a thin one.
It's a little thicker, and they're just calling it luxury now to stay away, because sometimes you hear vinyl and they think of these big rolls back in the school vinyl, and nobody knows. So nowadays they're calling it luxury vinyl, luxury plank vinyl. So
yeah, it's kind of like when you're driving down the freeway and you see these big apartment buildings off the side and it says luxury apartments.
Exactly.
And they're just basic apartments.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So now they really want people, but it's very popular nowadays, this stuff.
It is. And by the way, so I am a DIYer. I do a lot of stuff myself. And
like
anybody, yes, anybody wondering, I did install this myself, and I got to say it was really, really easy.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was so easy.
Yeah,
and of course I made mistakes. Luckily, I didn't have to buy a third box because it was like $80 a box. So I made some mistakes, a little rusty on the flooring. Yeah, so I measured wrong. You know the old saying: you measure it 3 times, you cut it 3 times, it's still too short.
But how much money did you end up saving doing the work yourself?
Oh, tons of it. Yeah,
of course.
So what would it cost for labor to put in? I don't know if you separate it by labor, but let's say
we do. So when we send, for example, quotes, you get a separate material quote, you get a separate labor quote, and that goes because sometimes people want the whole package. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they want just the material.
Oh, I see. So what would like a 12 by 12 room cost to do this? For example, the luxury vinyl.
So again, it goes by square foot. Unless you're doing just a small bedroom.
Let's just say 300 square feet.
300 square feet, you're looking at about roughly $3 a square foot to install.
To install it. That's including the material.
No.
Oh, just install.
Just install. So if the material is roughly, again, let's just give an easy number, $3 for material, $3 for installation. You're at $6 a square foot.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
300, so $1,800.
Okay.
That's what you're looking at.
Gotcha.
But then don't forget, is there demo to be done? If there's demo to be done, then someone needs to take care of that. What about the baseboards after? So there's little things, but
that's a pet peeve of mine is people not removing baseboard when they put new floors in.
Yeah.
You gotta remove your baseboard, man. Otherwise, it looks like shit. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna put quarter round.
Oh my god, it's an easy task, but
it's so tacky, man. I understand if you're in a really low income area and you don't have the money to do all. I get it. There's a reason that's the reason why they make that stuff, but man, it just does not make that room look any better.
Not any better, but nowadays it'll make financially.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
And another perk to baseboards, if you take them off, you can always put new ones on, like a more up to date. Because a lot of older homes, they have these little 2-inch or 1.5 inch.
Yeah.
Just ugly, basic trim.
Yeah.
You take those off, you put your new floor in. You can go to a molding company that does door trims and baseboards, specifically crown moldings, and you could buy a really nice 4 to 5 inch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and it makes the room look really like luxury. It does bring up the appearance of the room. That really makes a difference.
No, it does, 100%.
It's like putting chrome wheels on an old car. It'll make it look better.
I know, and for the most part, the quarter rounds are in rental units,
Yeah.
That's where we mostly install the quarter rounds. For the most part, everyone tries to put in new baseboards. We at least tell them that, hey,
Tell them John said to do the baseboard. Tell them to call me. I'll straighten them out for you.
Well, one thing what happens actually is when, for example, if you have carpet and the padding, so you're at an inch, 3/4, what is that? Something like that, right? It's pretty. And then if you're installing with a hardwood, usually it's fine, but sometimes it's a little thinner. If you get 1/2 inch hardwood, and then when you put the baseboards back down, it's a little lower, so you could see the paint strip where the caulking was.
Yeah.
So then at that point, you have to get bigger baseboards.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go with the baseboard. So we talked about underlayment, and that's only required when there's a concrete floor.
That was a moisture barrier.
Okay, moisture barrier. So let's talk about the underlayment and when that's required and what floor requires that.
Perfect. So the luxury vinyl that you have, that we're talking about has a padding attached.
Okay.
So you do not need to have any extra underlayments for this.
So whether it's a caulking or that, right?
Right.
Okay.
Usually, the cork. Sometimes the cork, they use these other, different paddings. But for the most parts, all the luxury vinyls have some sort of padding attached.
Got it.
100%, always. Laminates on this end, they don't. So with laminates, you have to have an underlayment where it would be a cork. You can buy an extra cork, or it would be a foam you would put. But the laminates, you need some kind of. You can't just put this on the subfloor. It's gonna
Right.
squeak. It's gonna make all sorts of noise, and forget about it.
The laminate has a different sound to it, correct?
Yes,
And why is that?
a different kind of material.
Yeah. What is the meat of this made of?
So this is basically press board.
It is pressed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, they came out with this waterproof laminate, but it's only been out.
I have some. It's in my laundry room.
Yeah.
I just needed a little section for that little 5 by 3 foot area.
And I think people are like, well, waterproof laminate, we already have luxury vinyl that's waterproof. So I haven't seen it really take off as much as luxury vinyl, but we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So back to underlayments. Yeah. With the laminate you needed, luxury vinyl, it has it already attached. For the engineered hardwood, you don't need any kind of underlayment.
Right.
Whether it's getting glued down on the concrete foundation or your plywood raised foundation. Right. The only times you're going to need an underlayment, like a cork or a rubber that I'm going to show you, is in condos. And that is mostly for sound.
Sound for the neighbors. In case the dogs up there scratching.
Some HOAs required. 1/2-inch cork. We won't let you install this. And then you have to buy the cork. You have to get it installed. That's another cost.
1/2-inch cork. What about...
Or quarter.
Plank vinyl, do you still need the 1/2-inch cork?
No. So with the vinyl, you actually cannot put cork underneath. It'll void the warranty.
Oh, okay.
That's what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people do not know.
And that is why we're here today, to let people know.
And some people don't know. You would actually only know when you actually talk to these companies and vendors.
Right.
And you let them know, hey, what can we put under your flooring? And they say, well, you can put our moisture barrier roll-on thing, like a roll. That's it. No cork. And I'll tell you why. So they have a padding already, right? You're going to put down cork and you're going to put this. It's going to be too soft. Over time, this click system, it's going to give.
Yep.
You're going to call the inspector or you're going to call the manufacturer. They'll come out. They'll take a look. And once they see the cork under there...
No warranty.
No warranty. Who installed it?
Yeah.
Was he licensed?
Of course not.
I hope.
Of course not. You should see some of the floorings I walk into.
Oh, God, tell me.
I look around. I'm getting spongy areas. And that's the first thing the client catches is the spongy parts.
Do you know why?
Well, it could be a couple of reasons why. One of the reasons you just said, it's too thick, got the wrong underlayment under it. 2, it could be an uneven area or a dip in the floor that wasn't filled.
90% it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I remember one customer of mine, she really had a hard time absorbing what I was saying.
Okay.
And I couldn't say it any clearer. And I couldn't say it in another way to make it sound easier to understand. I mean, I really took my time with her. I said, ma'am, your floor, I think, was installed by the plumber. Okay, so that's my way of saying whoever installed this floor should not be installing floors.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. Could have been the homeowner that did it himself. I saw all these butt joints, all the joints just wrong and all around the room. Like no staggering, no staggering whatsoever. Just one after the other.
God.
And it was crazy. And they didn't even make it all the way to the baseboard. Like there's this 1/2-inch gaps everywhere. And she just couldn't understand what I was telling her. I said, well, what I'm telling you is this flooring installation is not going to last. So as your inspector, I'm just letting you know that this floor is going to fail. And well, what do you mean it's going to fail? You're going to have separations. You're going to start getting lifts. You're going to start getting trip hazards, whatever. You're going to get a lot of different problems with it. And it's constantly going to be a problem that's going to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
Because it was not installed correctly. She called me at least 3 times after that inspection and asked me that over and over. God. She didn't understand what had to be done next.
Was she trying to buy this? She was
trying to buy
buying the house. Got it.
Trying to buy the house. And she didn't understand. I kept saying, ma'am, I'm telling you to call an expert flooring company to have them come out and evaluate what's up. Maybe they can fix these problems.
Yeah.
Most likely they're going to want to pull it up and relay it because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And she just couldn't wrap her head around that. So anybody listening, if I show up at your house and tell you that, understand what I'm saying. If I say your floor was installed by the plumber or Mickey Mouse or anybody else, that means you need to call a pro in there to
come and help.
Come look at it and say, hey, here's my honest opinion. You need to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah.
And just redo it. Otherwise, you're going to have problems from here on out. So
see, the installation is different between these products. These both, the luxury vinyl, the laminate, is a free float installation, meaning they're not glued down.
Right.
They're not allowed to be glued down.
Right.
They cannot. Engineered hardwood, it's glued down. It's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can get away with these little dips and bumps and all that stuff because it's glued.
Yeah.
As long as you glued correctly, hopefully you know.
And this is so thick. If you do have a little like unevenness in the subfloor, that's really stiff, and that's going to take away those minor imperfections in the subfloor.
Correct.
That's why I'm liking this because it's so thick.
You rarely have problems with this unless there's just something and it was completely missed. But for the most part, you can get away with a lot of things because it's glued.
Right.
So with this stuff, since it's not glued down, your subfloor has to be. It doesn't have to be level. When our house is ever leveled, they have to be flat. It has to be pretty flat.
Yeah, no nail head sticking up. No, nothing.
No.
Yeah,
pretty
crack.
damn flat.
Yeah.
So if you have a concrete foundation, here's the process. If this furniture or whatever, everything gets out of the way, we pour self-leveling concrete. Self-leveling concrete.
Yes.
Get it in Home Depot,
Smart.
Lowe's, whatever. You prime the area, you mix the stuff up, you pour it. It'll flatten out your area. Again, it doesn't have to be leveled, flat.
Yeah.
Next thing, moisture barrier. You do still want to put a moisture barrier on concrete whatever material it is. This is a product. I can tell you later what it is. It's a great product. It basically covers all the moistures. It's a great product made in Germany. We've been using it for 12 years.
Okay.
Only moisture barrier we recommend. So you would put that, and then you can install this on top.
Got it.
Your place is flat. You should not have any issues with this product.
Mm-hmm.
Those spongy areas is when there's no leveling at all. They rip up the carpet. Oh, ma'am, we need no, it's too expensive. We can't do it. It's fine. Just lay it. For the most part, guys are going to end up laying it. Because what are you going to walk away from the job? For the most part, you're not. Again, not in this economy. So you're installing it for most, and then you're going to get those things.
And then you're going to get a phone call later. Hey, my floor's messing up. Well, you told me not to do it right.
Yeah, but it's so spongy, and then.
Yeah, that's the one thing my customers always notice. If there's a sponginess, I'm like, well, ma'am, if it's a free floating floor, there's a chance. That's one of the reasons why it's probably floating like spongy like that. They have the wrong laminate. Underlayment underneath. It's a really tough answer to give because I can't give them a definitive. But I tell them that. I say, look, I can only see what you're seeing. I don't see any labeling. I can't tell you who made it, how thick it is. Yeah. Unless I see an edge of it somewhere in the house. Maybe they didn't finish one area and I can see the edge. I maybe give you a little more info, but
a little bit, but still it's very tough. It's very difficult to have clients come in and they're trying to do a repair and they'll come in like this. And I already see them coming in with one board and I already know that I'm not the first store they stop by and they're just coming in. They're like, I need this. And my first question is, do you know the manufacturer? No. Client needs this repaired. We have water damage. We have.
Sir, here's my encyclopedia. You can go through it, try to find it.
So I go, listen, if I don't know the manufacturer, I'm just going to go and look at the boards I have, but it's not going to be exact. It's never going to be exact. Right. So it's a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah, it's like trying to match ceiling paint. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
We always recommend for the customers to have a box or two left over, just in case something happens. Wood discontinues after a few years. Engineered hardwood, FYI.
It discontinues?
It discontinues.
Oh, that's good info.
All the time. I have a vendor come in and they're like, yep, they'll pull a board out. This one's out. We have, 1,000 square foot left on discount, for example, if anyone wants it, but that's it. Once stock is gone, we're not bringing this color. That's it. That's how they disappear, just like that. Oof.
2 years.
2, 3 years, sometimes 4.
Okay.
They change, of course.
Yeah.
Sometimes they become a little more darker, different tone. They change all the time, definitely.
Ah, okay.
So whenever customers do end up buying the engineered hardwood, or really any of this material, they should, if they're going to be living in that home for a while, or if they care about the next, buy extra.
That means I got to get back to home, Floor and Decor, and get another box.
Another box.
I told you I didn't want to buy that box.
You're going to have to.